Let's go.
Getting there.
Hey, but don't make me come up. We do not talk in here, my god.
We good to go?
Few seconds left.
Shush. We are
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Sports Disaster Podcast. You'll see above me the two hosts, Rubber Duck Quinn, also known as Duck. We have Helv28, better known as Helv. I am Zep, another man disaster, and joining us today, to my left is Magoat, and to our upper left, welcome in Valor X77. Welcome, gentlemen. Let's get the show
Hello.
underway.
Hello.
Yay! All right, I had to do a camera shuffle. So, anyways, hang on.
No problem.
All right, so quite the interesting weekend we've got going on here. This is the final week in the college football season, and we're approaching the end of the NFL season. But there's much, much more to go over. Hell, lead us off.
All right, hang on. Excellent. So should I just get straight into what our topics are
Let's
for
do
this
it.
week?
Let's
So
hear
our
it.
topics this week are NCAA football. Oh, Zep, you already covered that one. We also had NFL Turkey Day results. Very nice. We also have MLS Soccer that we need to discuss, as well as some World Juniors. World Juniors are coming up again, and I'm thinking we might as well jump the gun on the tier list again. And
Right.
finally, Lakers basically redacting their pants while playing the Sacramento Kings.
Brilliant.
Well, we'll
Brilliant.
begin with the NCAA. Wow, what a week! What a week! What a week! Lead us off, Hell.
So, as of this moment, apologies if I don't have the scores up. Duck, do you have the scores up?
For
Or do I-
football,
Hang on.
Pulling up to now, but there's one I can already mention. For the first time in the Jim Harbaugh era, the Michigan Wolverines beat the number 2 ranked Ohio State Buckeyes. Michigan came into the day as the number 5 ranked team playing at home, and thanks to a win versus the Buckeyes, they will be competing in the Big Ten Championship in hopes to get their first Big Ten Championship since 2004.
Doesn't that ring a... Hang on. Does that ring a bell for me of some kind?
Michigan win. Michigan.
An 05? Does that remind me of a certain number 12 who I need to defenestrate?
I don't know.
I'm trying to remember the name because of the receiver because I know he was not number 12, but the receiver on the day set a record in the Ohio State and Michigan rivalry, having 5 touchdowns in the game. I'm looking up the score.
And his name is Hassan Haskins.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
Hassan Haskins leading the way with 5 touchdowns. It was a lot tighter than you'd think, but they pulled it off. And for the first time in what seems like forever, Michigan has beaten Ohio State. Their first win since 2011 in this famous game. And they will also be competing now for the Big Ten national title.
Big
I'm
Ten
guessing.
Conference
Yeah,
Championship.
Big Ten Conference Championship. My
Mhm.
apologies.
Alrighty. With
No
that said,
problem.
I might as well read this top 25
And
scores
Michigan
here.
will take on either Iowa or Wisconsin.
Yep.
Okay.
And by the looks of it, it's going to be Wisconsin as they are leading Minnesota 10-6 as the second half is just underway.
And while the
Mhm.
number 2 team in the nation, Ohio State, fell, the number 1 team in the nation had themselves a game, beating rival Georgia Tech 45-0. Are the number 1 ranked Georgia Bulldogs. They're still hanging around. Don't count
Mhm.
them out quite yet.
And they're
Mhm.
undefeated too, so
They're undefeated, and next week they will go up against Alabama in the SEC championship game in Atlanta. And Alabama right now is currently losing to Auburn right now 10-0 as they prepare for a field goal try, 38-yard attempt. Oh, he fumbled the snap! And
Wait,
it's incomplete!
fumble the snap?
He fumbled the snap. It's
Auburn.
incomplete. Oh my
Alabama
God.
goes 3-0.
Oh my gosh.
Auburn having
What a way to
themselves a rough
start
game
the
so
stream
far. We were
of
watching it right.
Oh my god.
We were watching it right before we went live. Auburn down to their backup quarterback, had that quarterback get injured, so now they have to rely on the next man up against the number 3 ranked team in the nation, up 10-0. Can I get an oh boy?
Oh boy.
But to go over some other scores, because we do have some other ones. Baylor maintaining their impressive season with a 24-27 win over the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Wake
All right.
Forest, they'll be competing for the ACC Conference Championship against Pittsburgh next weekend.
Mhm.
And helping them out was a 41 to 10 win over Boston College. And 2 other games, a big upset. North Texas beats number 22 ranked UTSA with a 45-23 win. And the other game to go final so far,
And
Houston with a 45-17 win over the Yukon Huskies. It helps them maintain the number 24 spot in the nation.
All
And
right.
I want to mention something else about that North Texas game.
Go ahead.
Because somebody in the college sports ball chat in the Discord server mentioned it. North Texas started out 1-6, and the win against the Roadrunners of UTSA, that's their 5th straight win. So they go from 1-6 to bowl eligible.
Well
That's
done.
awesome.
And going over some other major scores.
I might as well read these guys off because I got them loaded up.
I do too.
Go for it.
I'll load it up with the Thanksgiving Mississippi showdown. Ole Miss versus Mississippi State. Ole Miss wins it 31-21.
And they are the Egg Bowl champions.
Yep. Then Cincy versus East Carolina. Cincy wins it. I'm guessing they are the champions of the American Conference.
By the looks of it, yes. Number 4 ranked Cincinnati at the time too.
Yep. And they will be probably heading off to the playdowns.
Oh!
He's watching what happened with Auburn.
Oh, big game. A big game by Auburn.
But also
on a 2nd and 17. And they get to around midfield, I think.
going back to the scores, we have number 16 Iowa with a 28-21 win over Nebraska. Utah maintaining their position, number 19 ranked, beating the Buffaloes of Colorado 28-13. NC State beating North Carolina in interstate rivalry. Ooh.
Never mind.
Number 20 NC State with a 34-30 win. San Diego State beats Boise State 27-16. They were ranked number 21 in the nation coming in. And closing out, number 25 Arkansas beats unranked Missouri 34-17. What a week for those at the top, but for those at the bottom, they maintain position.
And
Alrighty,
guys
Aki,
that play and guys that played that came back. It was a holding on the offense.
So let us continue. I got some couple scores that are going on right now.
Yep.
We got the Battle of Oregon happening. We got Oregon State versus Oregon, who is ranked 11th. Oregon's winning 31-9.
God.
No roast beef tonight.
Start on Auburn. Tigers, what are you doing?
Oh my! Did they just go first and goal?
No.
Oh, we got some. I'll go over the rest of the ongoing scores.
Hang on, I got.
Go ahead.
Penn State versus Michigan State. Penn State is unranked. Michigan State is 12. Michigan State's leading by 3 points. Means the score right now is 23-20.
I
Yep.
think they're about to attempt a field goal.
Welcome to the unfortunate reality of the chaos week that both Bama and Auburn both lose. No, Bama. I meant not Auburn. Ohio State both lose.
All right, and kicking. And
I
kicking
hope
it
so.
off,
Call that
14th
run
ranked
back?
Wisconsin
That's some
versus
ref ball crap.
Yes, they did.
gentlemen. And finally, Wisconsin, who is ranked 14 versus unranked Minnesota. Minnesota's doing a comeback, arse kicking with a 13-10 butt kicking.
Oh wow!
If-
they took the lead.
If Wisconsin, it's going to come
Yep.
down to Wisconsin and Iowa to see who plays against Michigan in the ACC conference title game.
That ain't ACC, boy.
That's Big Ten.
Oh, Big Ten. My
This is the
apologies.
Big
My
Ten title
goodness.
game. Come on.
I'm
All right.
looking ahead to the later games in the window. The University of Pittsburgh can take home their first ACC title championship if they can beat Syracuse and that's going on in about an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, Pat,
oh boy,
I'll read the rest. Ag's going to be happy because they're playing Louisiana State University. Texas A&M Aggies are ranked 15th in the nation and of United States of redacted
sports ball.
and of sports
United
ball.
States of
Thank you.
sports ball.
And I'll give it to you. And then LSU is unranked.
Yep.
Texas might win this one. That's my prediction.
We have a big game in terms of standings. Number 10 Oklahoma and number 7 Oklahoma State. That one will be monumental for the standings with either team winning because Oklahoma State number 7, Oklahoma number 10. Continue health.
You already mentioned the Pittsburgh Syracuse game. I believe they have an Orange Bowl coming up. I believe
I'm not.
it's Clemson versus South Carolina.
And depending on Baylor for the Big
It's not-
12 title game, they're on the outside looking in because they beat Texas Tech 27-24 because Baylor is currently ranked number 8. So depending on who wins in Bedlam and Stillwater, they could make it to the Big Ten title game. If Oklahoma loses, Baylor is in.
Okay.
However, to go off your point, no, that is not Orange Bowl, but Clemson, for the first time, what seems to be an age, is ranked at number 23, while the University of South Carolina is unranked. South Carolina looking to play big spoilers, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but they've been doing that pretty well all season.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of spoilers, another major spoiler could happen. Number 6 ranked Notre Dame taking on unranked Stanford. Oh boy! If with as wild a week as it's been, Notre Dame losing would shake things up, as would a USC win over number 13 BYU. Brigham Young University quietly having themselves an interesting season. The USC can end that season with a win in the late window tonight.
Mm-hmm. And the University of South California and BYU game that is held in the Coliseum. Stanford versus Notre Dame. Yes, I'm using the French term. Yes, I'm Canadian, and yada yada yada.
So what?
Oh, they went for it.
All I'm gonna say is trees are gonna have the jig being done on them.
I'm not sure about that. This has been a very strange week, and if anything, if this week has taught us anything in the world of college football, expect the unexpected.
Mm-hmm. Duck.
And Penn State went for it on 4th down. They did not get it.
Ooh.
Womp womp.
Nobody cares.
Hey, again, with Michigan's that game is very interesting because not only is Michigan State a big rival to Michigan, and Michigan won today, but Michigan State ranked number 12 in the nation. Chaos ball.
Why are you running on 3rd and 20?
Now, with that said, I believe it's now time that we.
Go ahead.
Because Valor does not matter anymore.
All right.
After that point.
Now, with that said, Doc, you don't mind if I swap positions with you? So that means I'm
Go.
actually looking this way. Thank you. Now,
Yep.
anyways, with that said, we had 3 Turkey Bowl games. Yes, 2 days ago, basically. For the NFL, and those games were Chicago versus Detroit, Vegas versus Dallas, and Buffalo versus New Orleans. And boys, I'm glad to say this year, all away teams 3-0.
Yay!
I'm not sure about that because yes, there were 2 games where it was an easy 2-0, but
That
I-
Detroit game.
that Detroit Chicago game. Yes, Chicago
Jesus
may have won, but that is a tank bowl.
Classic Thanksgiving.
To
Mhm.
me, because I watched that game as with the other 2. Detroit and Chicago seem like a game where both teams have one thing, and the rest of it is meh at best. For Detroit, it is their head coach. The players were fighting hard for him, and they have they have that motivation to drive. They just don't have much for him to work with. On the other hand, the Bears have a kicker. It won them the game, but Matt Nagy is basically a dead man walking.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of the team is there, I guess.
Non-existent. Non-existent.
But-
I would say shit in the bed.
But I'd say
Excuse my
they're just
accent.
kind of there.
Use my English.
If
But-
only a kicker could have saved Nagy's career earlier. Oh wait.
But the other thing I found out, which is very interesting to me, reports came out before the game that Matt Nagy had lost the locker room in Chicago. However, as much as it would make sense to fire a coach who has lost the locker room and is very much not a help to that team, the Bears in their entire over a century history have never ever fired a coach before season's end. So, by the looks of it, unless history is made, Matt Nagy will be sticking around until the end of this season when he's already
Boo.
lost the locker room.
All right.
Can I get a yikes?
Yikes.
Oh boy. Oh boy, with a side of
Freaking
bacon.
Yikes.
Exactly.
The thing with Nagy is this: he's more of his play calling. The first year in 2018 was good. I mean, he led them to a 12-4 record. Afterwards, teams started to catch on, and he became less predictable, less magical. Like when it came to his offense, he was not as good when it came to that stuff. If he could have, I don't know what was different, but when teams began to catch on, he just didn't know what to do. His first year was lightning in a bottle. He has not been able to capture it since. I mean, he made Mitchell Trubisky look like a Pro Bowl quarterback for 1 year, for God's sake.
Yeah, and since that year, he's not been able to make the quarterbacks look like Pro Bowlers. He's had decent lines to work with, but what's resulted? Nothing much.
Yeah.
8-8 record, wild card berth. That's it.
All right.
Yeah, the lone bright spot was since that 12-4 record and the infamous Cody Parkey game that resulted from that was an 8-8 season that helped them make the playoffs in the Nickelodeon Bowl, where they got shellacked by the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
In a word,
All right.
oh,
Man, okay. Shall we, in my opinion, I believe it is time that we should conceive to do a detour. Or from the normal list. I have something booted up. We're gonna do it again.
have we
Come
got
on now.
have you got the Vegas sportsbook so we can talk about the Raiders and if they can make the postseason?
My opinion for that one is gonna be invalid 100% of the time.
Get him.
I'm trying to help this out because we have two more football to cover.
Should I do a joke?
No,
No.
we have two
Do
more
not
football
do a
games to
joke.
cover.
And we got one more, anyways, and that's Buffalo versus New Orleans. And New Orleans, I'm gonna say this: you pooped the bed. Thank you.
There's two things I can say for this game and I have one thing to say for this game, and I also have to cover the Vegas and Dallas game. Vegas we were impressed by your win over Dallas because Dallas was thinking they actually could do something, and
Mhm.
you came to play and beat them. It did come down to the wire, yes, but hey, if you can hang tough against a team like Dallas, you've made a larger statement than any tie ever could. Yes, I'm still laughing at that game. Thank you very much.
No. Fourth and
And
2, Bama fumbled the snap and it ended up being a sack turnover on down.
that looked like
Oh my
that looked like the
goodness
Saints.
embarrassing themselves.
Oh my!
That looked like the Saints, and that's a better depiction than we can give of how the Saints game went against Buffalo. They got shelled.
Alabama's offensive coordinator.
Okay, Millie. All right, now can we try and do something a little bit
I need
different
to
now?
answer the question.
What?
Mhm.
Who was Alabama's offensive coordinator?
I don't know.
Sarkisian?
He's going to be gone.
If it's someone stupid, I'm gonna laugh.
It's Bill O'Brien.
Oh my! Oh my god! Oh no!
Let me just confirm that real quick.
Oh no!
Oh boy, boys! I think I know what I'm gonna have to play.
Do it.
Wait,
It was
let me
at this
check-
moment that he knew he fucked up.
Let me check that for you guys.
Let me check.
No,
Yes,
it's
Someone's
it's
getting
him.
thrown out.
It's Steve Sarkisian,
No, it's O'Brien.
but I think it's helped by
O'Brien.
Bill O'Brien.
Hang on, let me look. Let me look.
Oh no!
This says all that I can say. It's bad. Here's the thing. Bill O'Brien had a couple good seasons with Penn State as their coach. He then had himself a okay time in the first few years in Houston, but since then, BOB has looked more like POOP. That's all I can say.
Hey boys,
Oh my God. Billy
Elf?
O'Brien, really?
Helv, I've got you covered.
You know what? Screw it. I'm throwing my hat into the ring.
what the shit?
Good.
The shit on Billy O'Brien. The shit on
No,
Bill
he's
O'Brien.
doing the same with his username, but
Guys, I want you guys to do it. Valor, Magoat, you guys want to have some fun with this?
it's up to
This Billy
them.
O'Brien moment.
But it makes sense now why Alabama struggled because usually they've had pretty strong offense, but we forget Bill O'Brien since his days with Penn State and the multiple conference titles he's had with.
Oh my God! And Bama just threw. And Auburn just
Not
threw an
conference.
interception.
Since Bill O'Brien, as I correct myself, and thank you for that because that was an error. But since his time at Penn State and then his multiple division championships with Houston, it's gone downhill faster than you can say sled.
Well, I mean,
Hang on. Now you Bama. Now for you
Is
hardcore
it-
Bama people. I gotta find.
Oh, hold on.
I think this is it.
Hold on. I think that might be incomplete.
But hang on. I think it's still worthy of it. You agree with me?
They should call you whiners, Doctor. No!
Hey, I actually heard the whole thing.
Oh,
you wouldn't happen to
Jesus
have the
Christ.
trombone sound effect on.
Immediately
Stand By, right?
after that, you
What?
No, we
throw
did not.
pick. What is this?
We have chaos.
But
Hang on, Miguel. What did you say?
I'm gonna go look it up on Twitter real quick. I have to see the damage was happening.
Definitely
On Twitter.
blowing up Twitter.com.
Yeah, if you need me to.
But you know what? But something interesting to mention, because you mentioned Sarkisian. O'Brien is the one who replaced Sarkisian.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh,
Can we-
boy.
All right. I think we're done with the football. I think we're done with football for a bit until
Oh.
some other shit happens again.
Until Sunday, in which case we not only
Oh,
have
boy.
a lot of turkey leftovers still, but we have more football. But until then, we got
Oh,
more stuff to
no.
cover. Helv,
It
Wrong
is
way.
time for
Take it
another
away.
tier list. It's time for another tier list, Tavares.
Uh-oh.
And meanwhile, I'm going to step away for a brief moment. I have to go get my phone and the charger.
All right.
So,
All
Right
right,
back.
you do that.
Alrighty.
We're
Now, with
going
that
to
said,
talk.
I believe it is now time to focus on some World Junior hockey. As of this moment, we are less than 30 days away. Oh, hang on.
Sorry about that, folks. We're having some technical difficulties right now, so
Yep.
please stand by.
I didn't real-
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Anyway, what Hel was trying to say is that we're a few weeks away from the World Junior Class Championships, and what we have here is a tier list that we're going to use to discuss.
Yes. So by the looks of it, we are going to be predicting who the World Junior champions will be.
Taking a look last season, it was the U.S. beating Canada. In fact, shutting them out in the gold medal game, 2-0.
The U.S. actually won hockey. I expected the Canadians
Yes.
to win.
Yes, they did.
Olympic hockey is going to be good, unless you're a Chinese hockey fan. That team is not good. It's basically
Yeah.
Combo Red Star, the KHL.
Yeah, I don't think they've been doing much.
They have not.
1st and 10 for Bama. Oh, getting loose.
He might be gone.
Nope. Tackled at the 20.
One more thing about
Oh.
Alabama. Their coaching staff consists of Bill O'Brien and Doug Marrone as well.
Oh,
Ouch.
Wow.
all
Doug
that's
Marrone is
all
the
that's.
defensive
There's only
coordinator.
one person missing
Alrighty,
that would make this complete.
All right.
And that's Helv.
Alrighty. Now, welcome back. Welcome back to me. I want to see if we can. Okay. Yeah. That works.
There we
You
go.
got- you can see
That's
it
way
perfectly?
better.
All right.
Hang on.
What?
I need to
I'm
adjust
gonna
my
remove a
charger
couple-
real quick.
I might as well remove a couple blanks here real quick.
I don't know if you heard this, but Helv, we found a very interesting nugget with Alabama. They have another former NFL head coach on the roster. His name is Doug Marrone. Doug Marrone and Bill O'Brien. How about that?
Okay.
Uh,
Anyways, can we
Play
continue
the
with
soundboard
this?
clip.
All right, boys. Are we ready to do this?
Yes, Ty.
Yes.
Let's
All
do
right.
it.
And
So
we got an injured Auburn player here.
you see the 2021.
I
World
am,
Junior
but
teams. The teams in the
sure.
World Juniors this year.
Thank you, Ty.
All right. Are
All
we
right,
ready?
what have we got?
We have Canada, Finland, Germany, Czech Republic, Austria, United States, Russia. I remember we're not going ROs, Russian Ice Hockey Federation in this one,
Mhm.
and because the juniors don't count actually.
Yeah.
No, the juniors
Anyways.
don't count.
Switzerland, the Slovak Republic, and Sweden. And boys, I'm gonna say this. I think for this year, there will be some relegations this year. There
We'll
will
see.
be relegations this year, I believe.
Mhm.
Am I correct or am I wrong?
I don't think so, because we might see it happen, but at the same time, you can't guess.
From what I see, there is going to be some relegation.
There will be relegation in play this time around.
Yes,
All
for
right.
this year. There's going to be 2 groups of five teams.
Yep, I got all
The
5
top
teams.
top four in each group move on to the quarterfinals. Loser
Bottom-
gets relegated to the
Losers
Division
play for
One.
a relegation play down.
Yep.
And then loser of the relegation of the 3 game relegation playdown gets automatically relegated to Division 1A.
Oof.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
I
there's
don't
going to be
think-
plenty
This
to
is
play
why
for.
this is why we got the teams here, and this is why it's called the top division.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with that said, let's start with the winners. Winners of last year. The United States.
It seems like every year we continuously talk about them having a very successful, going all the way, and then they usually run into say a Team Canada or
Yeah.
fill in whatever team here. And there's nothing that's indicating to me that yes, think this is going to be different this time. feels like they're either going to make it there or be so close. So I'm not sure what tier you'd put that in, but USA.
Yeah, I think.
So, okay, you want me to read the tiers that we got here?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
We got champions of the juniors. We got silver and bronze, playdowns, sus. And yes, I'm actually saying sus for this one because they'll be. Excuse me, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Survives relegation playdown and relegated to Division 1A.
I
Hold on a
think
second, I'm gonna plug in my laptop.
I think US you can easily put as silver and or bronze. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if they can go all the way.
All right.
They continuously have a great roster, but it always feels like there's that one team that just beats them. Last year there wasn't. This year it might be.
Sorry about that. I'm trying to drag another thing out of the
Yeah.
way so that means I can take a look at it while we're
And
doing
I
this.
agree with you guys. For
Yeah.
the United
All right.
I
States
feel like
silver and bronze.
US is not like the team they had last year. I still
Right.
think they make it to the medal round, but I think Canada's roster is stronger than the US this year.
Yeah.
personally.
Excuse me. All right. Anyways. Okay, so I'm going numbered order, so be prepared. Next one's Canada.
Canada's got to be gold. Come on.
I agree.
Yeah, I have
And
Canada being gold.
similarly to the U.S., Canada always seems to have that talk about a like being
They
among
might
the
have
best.
a
But however, it seems like with Team USA, Canada continues to be that one team, that thorn in their side, that boogeyman, so to speak.
I get you. And here's the thing. And I'm gonna say this out loud. The Gretzky Hlinka Cup. That's usually the tournament where we send in our best guys going forward. Oh.
I let him in.
All right.
Fourth
But
and goal.
But yeah,
Good.
we might
Alabama's
actually
on
have
the
a shot
board.
this time. Oh, and with that said, we might actually have a shot this time. So I'm gonna say gold. We'll see what happens.
All right.
And a score update for college football. Alabama just got a field goal. It is 10-3.
All right.
With 8:44 to go in the game.
All right.
We gotta hope
Do you
that
want me?
Auburn can
All right.
go on.
All right. Hang on. I'm gonna sort this.
Also,
4,
McGoo, I think you're having some mic troubles, but
5,
it's
6,
okay.
7.
All right. So
All right,
what's
there we go.
next?
Okay, so you can kind of see how I reorganized it. And the
Yeah.
next team by ranking right now is the Finns. Finlandia.
Finland.
Always a tough team to gauge for me. They do have a lot of talent, and they are almost a factory at this point. You can't really tell 1 year to the next how good they're going to be.
Mhm.
I think they're in the tier right below the US only because
Yeah.
it seems like they're going to be competitive, but the question is how competitive will they be?
I get you for that one.
Mm-hmm.
I can kind
Agree?
of get you for that. I can kind of, but my opinion, they
You can
might
put them
go
in
bronze.
either
They might-
silver, bronze, or playdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They-
this 2022 World Junior is going to be a crapshoot.
Well, here's the thing. This is kind of a repeat of 2021.
Exactly.
Yeah. With this Finnish team, you could flip a coin to see if they're in that silver and bronze or in the tier below it. But because there's
Or
another
sus.
team I think who could
So
do
basically
it.
a three-sided die, basically.
Yes.
Oh boy.
However,
All right.
the next team on the list, Russia, is the one I place up a little higher in silver and bronze.
Mm-hmm.
This is another team
Like
that we
here,
can
I guess, right?
exactly.
Yep, sounds good.
They always seem to have a very competitive team. There's occasionally these hiccups where you don't think they're going to do well, but usually those hiccups don't come until late, as in like medal round levels, if not the ultimate medal round. They are, first of all, there's going to be a lot of pride and a lot of happiness for them because they no longer have to compete under the the ROC label, and they can just compete as Russia. So there's a bit of pride for them.
Technically, remember, the tournament starts on Boxing Day for us.
Mm-hmm.
Us in Canada and the Commonwealth, otherwise known as December 26th.
Yeah.
Technically, by CAS ruling, I think Russia is still is allowed to be labeled as Russia in this. However, anything like in top seniority, that's not going to happen until like probably 2023.
Still,
Because I believe that ban is expiring after this year.
for them, you're
After this next year,
you're
so.
seeing bits of that ban eroding, and this is kind of their chance to prove, like, yeah, we are good without all of this crap.
Desk stack. Desk stack. Desk stack. What?
And then, of course, moving on to the next team, you have another interesting team that I'd put
It's the Swedes.
with that. They're to me in the same kind of level as the Finns. It seems like they've been ebbing a little bit in the past couple of years, but at the same time, they're still a very competitive team that usually is talked about in the silver, bronze, or even gold category. Do I think they have enough to overcome the Russians, Americans, or Canadians? No, but they absolutely could. So I'm putting them in the same tier with the Finns.
Oh shoot, he left again. I'm gonna override you on that one, Zep. If you don't mind. I'm believing they are in sus.
Fair enough.
Nice. And do you want to hear my reason?
Go ahead.
And this is probably because of what's happened. As you recall, last year, Sweden decided to change the goal horn midway through the tournament. My opinion, that cursed the team.
Curse of the goal horn.
We can also
the goal horn, the goal song.
Goal song.
Yeah. So their goal song used to be the song "En för alla." Translation: "All for one." You can probably guess where I'm going with that one.
No, we cannot.
Change it to
all for one and one for all.
Okay. I don't really think that's enough to prove that. It's more like a coincidence more than anything else. But at the same time, I'm seeing them as a team that's they're still going to be around, but maybe not as much. Especially in my opinion, with the loss of Lucas Raymond, who's now doing pretty well with the Detroit Red Wings.
All right. Now, with that said, I believe it's time that we head into team number 6, which is
the Germans.
Alemania.
I really hate to say this, but I think they're in the relegation division. It's really tough to say because they have had some decent prospects.
Oh my god!
Players, but
timeout.
It seems like they're
Alabama just picked it off again, but a flag is down.
It seems like they're going the wrong way. Is Germany?
All right. I do wish to mention this from my perspective.
The flag is down.
Germany might be heading in the right direction.
It looks like a roughing.
Oh boy! Yeah, so we have down for Auburn. Boys, can we focus here?
Yes, go.
Anyways, Germany, in my opinion, is a little bit better than some of the other teams down ahead. And to be fair, I think they might have a shot. But considering that your contradiction, Zep, considering the fact that we're contradicting each other, Duck, if you have any opinions on the Germans, I believe you might as well have some speak.
I don't really have much. But because, like I said, this World Juniors is going to be a crapshoot.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll go to Valor for this one. Valor.
Yeah.
Valor.
Oh, hang on. So Germany is a pretty unusual team, in my view.
Mm-hmm.
They probably survive relegation, but I think they're one of the lower tier teams, in my view.
So,
okay.
So, my opinion, I want to put them in sus.
So I want to put them.
So my original thought was playdowns because they might actually have a shot again.
However, just to kind of even out, I had them at relegation. You had them at sus, right in the middle. Valor mentioned, and that's surviving relegation playdown. So I think they'll go there. There's kind of an average. It's kind of like an average of our votes.
So sus, I guess.
No, right below that.
Oh, yeah, so survives relegation playdown.
Yeah, he went with relegation.
All right. So with that said, next team is the Czech Republic. It's Czechia. From my perspective, the Czechs usually try and do their best to keep up, but in my opinion, they might do it again. They might be at the bottom feeder team.
Yeah.
So my opinion, they're going in sus.
I agree. They're a team
Yeah.
that usually can compete. They're a team that usually has some pretty interesting prospects. But it feels like that's waning. And not saying that it can't happen that they can make some noise, but it's looking less and less likely that they can. So
Yeah. So with that said, we only got 4 teams left.
Yes.
The next team is
the Slovaks.
Slovakians. Yeah.
Oh boy. It's tough for me to really gauge this team because I think they made it here, but at the same time, it's really tough to find good that next crop, and I'm not sure if the Slovaks can. So I put them down low, but that depends on what you guys vote.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, but I'm gonna say this, guys. For rankings, I'm gonna say
beautiful.
One team has to go into survives. One team has to go down and relegated, and one team has to go into champions.
Now that's how you.
You?
I don't think so.
Well,
because all 3 of these teams look suspicious to me. I think the Slovak of these 3 teams,
basically.
Of these 3 teams, the Slovaks I think can survive, or have the most likely chance of surviving relegation. But will they go far with it? No.
I'll put them in sus, and to be fair, my opinion, I'm gonna upgrade the Czechs to play downs.
I agree.
Because the Czechs so far are a little bit more, shall we say, have a harder core than the Slovaks.
Exactly. And then we move on to Team Latvia.
No,
Oh.
not Latvia, not Latvia.
That's Austria.
This is Latvia. This guy's Österreich.
Yep, this is Austria.
Because I was going to say the Latvian team.
Latvia.
I know that's Austria. I'm going to, but I want to say this: Latvia seems to be in a team on the rise. Austria just consistently is this team that's there. I'm leaving them relegate. I'm putting them there because with this Austrian team, what have you heard from them in terms of future players or contenders within the NHL or even World Championship games? What names have you heard of? What players have you?
All right. With that said, I know. Here's the thing. I'm doing something a little bit unprecedented. I'm probably going to do another override here to see where this is gonna. So I'm doing that. Basically.
I can agree. I would
No.
personally, I'd put the Swiss a little lower only because it doesn't seem like they have as much oomph as they did in previous years. But at the same time,
I'm gonna
of these 2 teams, Austria and the Swiss, I think they very well could have a better chance of not being relegated. Personally, I bump them down to be with the Austrians as well. That's just so the Germans can stay where they were.
Okay.
It's more or less what do these. When I look at these teams from in the World Juniors, I look at them as what can they bring in terms of the future for the NHL and international landscapes. Germany doesn't really seem to have that. The Swiss definitely don't, and Austrians. If he could show up to the Olympics anytime soon, that would be great. Thanks.
Okay, here's my opinions as of this time.
Go ahead.
For the Swiss were pretty good in 2018. You can probably agree with me, Zep. Will you not?
But a lot of their good players got scooped up by NHL.
Good team. Like NHL, NL team, Swiss National League teams, probably the Dell, well, probably the KHL as well.
Exactly.
But
hey guys,
and here's the weird thing too.
Go ahead.
I liked when they had their coach in 2018. You remember the coach? Coach Step?
Was that Bob Hartley?
For the Swiss? No.
I remember Bob Hartley was a coach for a Swiss either for a Swiss team or something like that at one point. But go on, Health, since
Hang on,
you know about this.
And do you guys?
Hang on. No. Okay. Christian Horwend probably screwed that up, but I believe he is dual citizen of both Swiss and Canadian descent. And because there's both. And here's the thing. He did pretty well as the coach of the Swiss national team. In 2018. Because 2018, and I was there during that game, if you recall, Zepp and Duck.
Mhm.
I was there when they had the double penalty shot on the same play. Switzerland versus Russia in Vancouver.
Yep.
Group play.
At the same time, they had the talent for something like that to be pulled off. Looking at it
Right.
3 years later, and we're not sure what they have anymore.
Unfortunately, I think we have the defender straight. But unfortunately, yeah. But Austrians, in my opinion, they're going to get relegated. Let me check what is happening in Division A. I am going to say, out of all the teams in Division A, please take a look. You see all these countries down here.
Yes.
Correct? Minus the duplicates. Do you see a certain nation that I think might actually pop up into the juniors next year?
Absolutely.
Okay,
I'll say it again.
Isn't it?
Go ahead.
What is your opinion, guys? That's my. Is it these guys? Is it the Latvians? Will it be this guy?
I was gonna say Latvia.
Okay.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah,
But then-
Latvia. I think.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna say either Latvia, Kazakhstan again.
Ooh. Go ahead.
Go on.
Because they had a pretty good 2-year run. We all
Yeah.
agree on that, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we have Latvia, Kazakhstan. You know what? Should I even say these guys or no?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
I think
I'll
to
say,
me,
you know what? I'll say both of them. Actually.
to me, Latvia and Denmark are in the same kind of spot. They have talent that's already in various parts, but there seem to be teams on the rise when it comes to what they can do. The Danish team, they've had players in the NHL, most notably Frederick Anderson. Latvians, they aside from Sandis Ojlins and Kristers
You know what I'm doing.
Gudlevskis, it seems like a lot of their better players are on the way. I think this is a team like with the team from Denmark. They can compete for a spot next year. They could even make a spot next year. But even better,
Nice tech.
their team that we see the potential of, we see they can do this. It just can they get to click? And my answer is yes.
You're wondering why I put up the Kazakhs.
Kazakhstan and Norway, it's really tough to gauge because it seems like there's something there, but I just can't tell what it's going to do.
Yeah, but the reason why I put up Kazakhstan is because of what they did in 2018, around the 2018-19 spread. They did their best to keep afloat in 2018 because they got promoted that year. Here, and guess what they did at the end? They sent Denmark packing.
Again, it just requires
2020. They got eliminated probably by the hands of Germany, I believe. I can double check that.
But to me, I think when it comes to which teams need less breaks for them to make it, Denmark and Latvia seem to be those teams.
Yeah.
Kazakhstan and Norway, in that order, they need more breaks to go right for them in order to do it. Is it possible? Absolutely, but it's not as likely by comparison.
Okay, yeah. I have the results here from those relegations. Yeah, Germany was the ones that said send them packing after 3 games.
Oof.
If you put all the score combined, that how basically for Germany, 4-0, 4-0, and it's 4, 5, 11 to 4 send home
Oh,
in 3 games.
Ooh.
That's nuts, right?
again, they just need something, anything to break for them, and it's kind of not.
Mm-hmm. Now, with that said, I think we got one more thing before we do the crap stain of the week.
Yep.
And
You got the board.
actually, no, I'm going to provide a college football update. Minnesota is now up on Wisconsin 20-13
Okay.
at the start of the fourth quarter. And if the results hold, that means Iowa could be facing Michigan in the Big Ten title game. And right now, the score in the Auburn-Alabama game is 10-3. And from what I've seen, I think Bama just got stopped on 4th down with 2 minutes left.
My goodness, if that's the case,
Oh, they're going to be short. It could be over, but Alabama has 2 timeouts.
Take a look.
Bama's going home. Not quite yet, Elv. Not quite yet.
Okay.
A lot still needs to happen.
All right.
But you can go ahead and say what we're doing next, man.
All right. The next one, and I think this could be included with what's happening with the crapshoot of the week. I believe it is time that we poke some fun, boys. You know what time it is as much as I do. Oh, shoot. Hang on. Did we skip? Oh, yeah. I think we did skip one.
Yeah, I think we were going to talk about the NFL, didn't we?
No, we're going to talk about the NHL
Oh,
and
MLS.
Yeah.
That's all you have. So
That's
And
me and
me.
Duck. And
okay, gentlemen, I'm going to let you guys go at it. So go ahead.
All right.
Donka. Anyways, okay. So what I gotta re-up on this. Damn it. But anyways, as of this time, we are into the, I believe, the semifinals as of this time.
Actually, we've had one
conference semifinals at this time.
Yeah, we're still in the conference semifinals. We had one conference semifinal, and that was Portland upsetting Colorado 1-0 in the 90th minute. And they will move on to the Western Conference Final, and they will take on either Sporting Kansas City or Real Salt Lake. And tomorrow,
and then tomorrow, that is tomorrow at 12 my time.
Yep.
Well, noon.
And
then we have Philadelphia versus Nashville at 2:30 p.m. my time tomorrow as well.
And on Tuesday, it is the other Eastern Conference semifinal with the supporting Porter Shield winner, New England Revolution, playing their first game, and they will take on New York City FC, aka the fake Manchester City team.
Owned by Manchester City's parents' company.
I don't care. I don't care. They still
fair enough.
Fuck-offs.
Fair enough. I'm not gonna go that far into the bucket, but anyways.
Nah, don't worry. I'll do it for you.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, I believe it's now time to poke some fun at the bear. At the shit. Should I just drop the bombs again?
We have one brief update to go over before that. Michigan State, number 12, coming into this game, ekes out a win 30-27 over Penn State. Michigan State, well done.
Wow.
But it's still Michigan, I believe, is it not?
Michigan State.
Actually, I think that game is meaningless for Big Ten championship standards.
And this is their first undefeated season at home, as in they've yet to lose a game in their home stadium since 2015. So, Michigan State, you won, but I have a bad feeling it's not going to be much because your friends in Ann Arbor are going to compete for the Big Ten championship.
So, with that said, from my books, but that's what's cost.
We won, but at what cost?
Hint, nothing.
All right, so
Anyway, let us
Everything.
also enjoy the beauty of naming our crap stain of the week.
Crap
boy.
stain of the week. Oh boy.
We got a couple nominations on the board. I believe that we also need to poke some fun at something while we're doing this. And I'm going to say we're going to have an instant win. How about this? We'll have an instant win, and then we also have our
nominations.
stealth vote. Does that make sense?
So
How about we do our
we'll do our
instant
nomination.
crap stain of the week and an honorable mention? How about
No, we're going
to come up with one?
Well, I was going to do instant win, one that we're going to nominate together, and then a special mention. Does that
All
make
right.
sense?
Sure.
Yes.
So
go
the
ahead,
instant
Hal.
win for this week will be the Lakers.
Ooh.
Good.
You know, for some people who are wanting,
The
hey,
Lakers.
man, why the fuck you do pick the Lakers? Here's a simple thing for you. Why did you lose against the Sacramento Kings in triple overtime?
It's not just that they've lost against the Kings. It's just that they've looked pretty
Shit.
bland
Sluggy.
at best since last season, where if you can remember, they got bounced in the first round. Yes, you're that right. A team with LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and coming off a title defense got bounced in the first round.
That was a beautiful thing.
It's beautiful for the other teams and rest of the fan base that does not like LeBron James and whatever team he's on, but for the Lakers, that's a bit of a dang it. And then to lose against the Sacramento Kings, who have not been, let's just say they have not been doing well, or just typical Sacramento. Lakers, that's a double dang it. Congratulations.
Dang
All
it.
right. With that
Thank you,
said,
Duck.
it is time to nominate. Duck, you agree with my stance on giving our instant win to the Lakers?
I agree with your insta win, but I have an insta win on my own.
Go ahead.
Ooh.
And this one is to the Ohio State University fan base. As you may recall, that's right. As you may recall, for the first time since 2011, they lose to the hated rival Michigan Wolverines by a score of 42-27 up in Ann Arbor. From what I saw in the Discord server tree, there are a couple Ohio State fans, I won't say whom, but they were calling for Ryan Day's head. They were calling for his head after the loss to the Michigan Wolverines. And during the whole game, I was like, what? Really? I know Michigan fans have been calling for Jim Harbaugh's head after 5 straight losses.
But
and they do have clouts because they can't beat him. But after one loss, you're like, you want him gone?
Here's the thing. Yes, they lost against Michigan's. Yes, this is the first time since 2011 that Ohio State lost to Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, they were also the number 2 team in the nation. But here's the thing, Ohio State fans, keep in mind your team is, even with that loss, 10-2. They still might be in a bowl. It's not going to
even
be
New
the
Year's
Rose Bowl.
6. Yeah, but maybe New Year's 6, like Fiesta Bowl or something.
But still, you're going to be in a bowl. Yes, you have had success, but here's the thing. Sometimes there's going to be a rough patch. It's not all roses and sunshine. You can't win every time.
Exactly.
Please do not turn into the Pittsburgh Steelers of the NCAA.
Yeah,
you're dang
keep in mind. You should be happy. How are you going to react if your team is in the Pac-12? I would not be happy about that because there's hardly any standards over there.
Hey guys, take a look.
We see it.
Defenestration required.
Also, see mine. OHNO, you're dang it.
Oh no.
Yeah. You know what? How about we do 2 insta wins and then we do the nominate?
Absolutely.
All
Because
right,
I have yet
so
to mention.
Ohio and the Lakers will be our wins for the week.
Ah,
Our wins for the week.
Ohio State fan base.
Fan
Don't
base,
just say
yes.
Ohio.
I said Ohio State.
You did.
No, you
it's their
said
fans.
Ohio.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways,
But anyways, I have. Since
is our
we're going to
what
decide
is
which,
our nominations for this week?
I was going to say, since you guys have already mentioned who gets your gold, I'm going to just mention mine. The New York Islanders and UBS Arena. You guys like winning in your home arena. It's not happening this year. It's gotten to the point where the Islanders, or outside the Islanders fan base, they're calling it Fort Never Win, after the Islanders coined the former Nassau Coliseum Fort Never Lose. So Islanders, your fans have been wanting this for a while. Your fans have been hoping you could, do something. Do something. You get my nomination because Fort Never Win. It's bad. It's bad.
Mhm.
Hey boys, do you know what I'm believing at this time for
Good.
the Islanders? Should I just share? I am going to share this image.
Do it.
Say hello to Dust. Say hello to Dust.
The tank.
Yes.
Yeah, what?
Sports
Yeah,
tank work.
I don't know what's happened with the Isles. I know you had a long road trip to start the year, but my God. After another trip to the Eastern Conference Finals, like, dude, what happened?
And
I
with
think the
and here's
teams
the other thing that makes it worse for me. Their fans, for I'd say since 2014-15, have been looking for a new arena. Barclays Center wasn't it. They've bandied
No.
back and forth between there and Nassau. Nassau, great building, but it would need some time to be renovated. So to get UBS Arena, state of the art, has pretty much everything you'd want, from a mix of a great arena plus the classic feel and atmosphere of Nassau.
Mhm.
And they can win in that arena to save their skins. Guys, your fans have been looking for this for a while. Do something. Anything.
And here's the thing.
What?
Most fan bases were like, I think a couple of, like, the Islanders fan base was like, "Are you closed? Is Nassau going to be closed?"
Yeah.
The answer, and I'm going to say this, the answer was no, straight off the gate. Because there's one team left in that building. The Riptide.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The New York
From the
Riptide.
NLL.
Yep. To be fair, they need to learn. My opinion, they will get my silver for that one. They get my silver.
Yeah.
But my gold for this week, what do I want to do? I can't give it to last week's Mexico.
You haven't said your bronze yet.
Oh, right. Well, my instant one.
Your instant one was the Lakers. Mine was the Ohio State fan base. His is the Isles.
Mine's just a gold because I don't have an instant win, and the only other team I can think to nominate is the Chicago Bears, because your coach is a dead man walking, and you still want to keep him around.
May Black Friday.
That's intentional grounding. Throw it.
Hey guys.
Sorry, I'm watching that.
No worries. May Black Monday come first.
Game.
Oh man.
I am going to say this out of the gate.
Good.
What should I say for this week? Oh, I know pretty much who I'm gonna name straight off of the gate. Hey Seahawks, you know how you've been doing semi okay? Now you just tanked it. Congratulations.
All right.
You have lost my respect.
Here we go.
Here's the problem. They haven't tanked it. Because if they would have tanked it, they would have had to outrace.
I'm declaring them a tank.
One more play.
I'm declaring them a tank right now. Have you even checked their record right now?
I have, but there's two problems standing in their way of the tank bowl. One's named Detroit, the other's named Houston. So the best you can get is third.
And here's
This
the thing:
is-
you're versing Washington this week.
The
Wait,
football
you-
team has been
the
not
football-
bad.
Yeah, they are doing okay. But you want to know what my opinion is? Washington is going to do this to Seattle.
Yeah.
That
They're
or
gonna-
Seattle will somehow, because this is Seattle, they'll somehow find what's been missing all season in a good game. Because
Hang
why
on.
not?
You want to know what I'm telling them that they're missing right now? You're missing a decent offense. It's a decent defense. And, for lack of my better imagination, and here, a semi-decent coach. Coach, we all know what's about to happen now, boys. I am angry at the fan base. I am angry at everyone else. At everyone at the Seahawks. Next. Enjoy me dealing with. Remember, I said I had my half foot in. I'm still half a foot into Buffalo sportsdom.
Yep.
Mhm.
That half foot's still in.
Well, at least get the crack. Oh no.
Yeah, but I don't think the Kraken's been doing too good.
6-13-1.
I'm not fan base of the Kraken yet. And Canucks, you also are losing my respect soon.
Fire Benning.
Fire Benning.
The fan base is hungry for roast Benning with a side of greens.
Actually, I think they would have been better off. Oh, baby. I think
It'd be
you
a
should
nice
have that
Christmas
for Christmas
feast.
dinner. Third
Well,
and
look, that's
10.
bad.
Oh my goodness!
Did they make it?
Bama just got a touchdown.
Oh my gosh.
With
Well,
24 seconds to go.
Bill O'Brien, you can actually do a thing.
Crazy, right?
Unfortunately, that thing ain't gonna help him out now. What's the score right now, Duck?
It is 10-9, barring what they do.
All right.
They're either gonna try
Go
to
for
send
it.
it to overtime or go for two.
All right.
Let's see
Either
what
they're
they
going
do.
to play for the tie or for the win.
They're going for the tie.
But I also want to mention, Helv, with your Canucks, I had read reports prior. I forget which game it was against, but recently that said that Green
Hold
and
on, they're reviewing it.
Green
gonna
and
review it.
Benning, it's the lack of success so far this season, plus their middling past few. Both of them are on a hot seat, and emphasis on hot. So, unless Aquilini decides the standard is the standard, which expected,
He's in.
both of them are going to be out hopefully
that's gonna
sooner than later.
You want to know what I'm thinking?
Go ahead.
That the fan base is like, have you been reading the news on what's happening at Bayern FC, Bayern Munich?
Go on.
So as of it, they had their AGM I believe this last couple of weeks ago, and guess what? They paused the vote. They didn't do the vote on should they keep Qatar, the Qatari Airlines as their airline, as their main sponsor. Yeah, good luck with that one, buckos. And then the other one, but they did pass a vote talking with humanitarian people as well, groups as well. And here's the thing: they cut off the meeting early because other people were still wanting to talk. They still talked. It's just going to be a hellhole of a week, hellhole for all of a season for Bayern next year. Yep. You want to know what my opinion is?
Extra point
Goodbye.
is good. We're tied at 10.
We're going to OT.
Possibly.
OT.
I'm about.
I have a feeling somebody's surprised.
That wasn't me. That ain't my middle name.
But I will say this: Canucks, Canucks and Bears, your fan base is not happy. You can tell what's going on. So do something. You know what you have to do. So do it. If the standard is the standard, you won't.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Anyways, I believe it's time that we end this. With
It is.
Yes.
now. And with that said, it's time for shoutouts. And I'm
Absolutely.
gonna-
I'll kick it off. Thank you so very much to first of all to you out there who are viewing. And I'll just cover you guys right away and say thank you to both Dodger of Zion and the U-Tree server for allowing us to promote ourselves there. And also apologies for missing last week, but I again have to say thank you. Thank you guys for continuing to allow me back, and hopefully we do a lot better than the Vancouver Canucks.
All right, my turn. First off, huge thanks to Ag last night. Holy crap. After the raid, you decided to do a major drop on us, and I'm just gonna say from the bottom of my heart, thank you, man. Thank you, man. And even on Dodger's stream, I'm saying thank you right out of the gate.
Absolutely, from all of us. Thank you, Ag, if you're listening.
Or watching. Also, huge shout outs to ESPN.com for our viewing of the scores. And yeah, that's it. It from my end. Duck, you got the final word.
And going on with them, thank you, Ag, for mentioning us on Dodgers Tarot stream. Make sure you check out Dodgers Zion and Beer Battered Aggie Syndrome on Twitch. They both provide very good streams and very good entertainment, especially when Ag is drunk. Anyways, and huge thank you to CBS Sports for providing me with the scores so we could follow along. And thank you to Off the Wall Hockey for letting me share the streams with you guys so you can check them out later. And that does it. Thank you guys for watching.
And with that said, from us at the base, and our luxurious bases of shame and disgrace, it's no pun intended. No, damn it.
Okay.
You know what to play. You know what to play.
Get the fuck out of here!
And we will do that in a moment. But again, from both these guys here and me, thank you so very much, everybody, for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to like and also comment. We want to hear from you, and thank you so very much.
Please be in mind that if you are a scammer, we will defenestrate you.
Bingo.
There's the door for you scammers. Go out there. The rest of you, please
Thank
keep
you guys
coming
for
back.
watching. All right.
Doors back there.